Hi, today I'm going to show you how to install a PR-RGB signal repeater. A PR-RGB signal repeater is useful when you require additional strip to be added into your installation. This expands your signal from your receiver to the next section of strip. There are two ways of connecting the signal repeater. We can connect it in parallel or in series. For the first example, we will wire it up in series. Here we have two lengths of RGB strip, one 10 meter and one 5 meter length. We have a remote control LR-RGB. This controller can control a single zone of LED strip. We also have an LRR-RGB receiver and a PR-RGB decoder. For this example, we will use a 200 watt driver to power the 10 meter length of strip and a 100 watt driver to power the 5 meter length of strip. First, you will connect the 10 meter length of strip to the receiver. The RGB cable has 4 wires, red, green, blue and positive. We will connect each wire to the appropriate connection point on the output of the receiver. On the receiver, you will notice marks for each color. We will connect red, green and blue to the RGB points, and we will connect the positive wire to the positive V+. Now we have connected our strip to the receiver, we will connect the receiver to the first 200 watt driver. On the other end of the receiver, you will notice positive and negative input marks. On the driver, you will need to check which wire is positive and which one is negative. And now we will connect them to the receiver accordingly. Since the larger drivers have thicker cables, you will need a terminal block to downsize it so it can fit into the receiver. Now that everything is connected, it's time to wire up the PR-RGB signal repeater to the end of the first length of strip. As I mentioned previously, this will pass on the signal given from the receiver to the last 5 meter length. You will notice that we have a lead cable on the end of our strip. We will use this cable and connect it to the connection points on the input of the PR-RGB. Now we will connect the 100 watt driver to the PR-RGB to power the second length of strip. Again, please be careful of the wire thickness and use a terminal block if required. On the output of the PR-RGB, we will connect our second RGB strip. Now that everything is connected, it's time to control our strip. As you can see, both strips are operating together while using a single receiver. You can do the same procedure, but connect the receiver and the PR-RGB on a parallel connection. We connected this one earlier. As you can see, we have already connected the receiver to the strip and the first power supply. We will use a 4-core cable to hardwire the receiver to the PR-RGB. From the output of the receiver, we will connect the existing strip plus our additional 4-core cable. Then we will connect the additional cable into the input of the PR-RGB. Now we will connect the second 100 watt driver to the PR-RGB to power the LED strip. Everything is connected and it's time to control our strip. Both of our strips are operating simultaneously via a single zone remote control thanks to our PR-RGB signal repeater. The PR-RGB will ensure that both of your strips are synchronized both in manual and in play modes. Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit our website.